Hello, honorable members of the clan. So we return from the Gauteng High Court with whatever was going on there. Wait, guys. Nimenzenu rat. Rata's vessel was present in court. But Rata himself, where was he? Guys, what did Nimenzen I Saturday Buffett? I'm sorry, today was just a day, guys. It was a day I never thought it was ever going to happen. Not Gininda. Now I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, no, this guy was like, you know what? I'm done. This is it. You remember Stain when he almost burst out and said, I can't do this anymore? It was almost Gininda saying that, like, wait. You're looking at the wrong guy here. I ain't no chef. I'm not a chef. So what does he do? He drags the chef screaming and kicking and putting him right there in the courtroom and say, you must remember that I'm not the ultimate authority when it comes to prosecutorial matters like this very one. I was with 3 prosecutors of the MPA, but he doesn't mention who they are. And Mr. Mnis is like, don't worry, I'll drag them out screaming and kicking too. And then we saw one really standing up and say, wait a minute, we object, irrelevant, what? I'm like, go on, Mr. Mnisi. and then he mentioned that between these 3, and you were privileged to be working and taking instructions from one of the greats in South African criminal law, particularly in the prosecution. They have 90 years between them. Did Baloyi not stand up and object? And I'm thinking, but wait a minute, wait, who are these people? I mean, of course, we already know who one of them was. And then it's like, well, I'm sorry, what are the names? I did write the names. Look at my notes, so thick. But anyways, Baloyi is one of them. And I'm like, okay. And then one's mind went back to the 23rd. It was the 23rd, no, 27th of October, 2020. Remember, apparently that was the first time that all the accused appeared in court in Boksburg. And guess who was the prosecutor? Yeah, you got it right, Mr. Baloyi. And then Mr. Gininda is like, listen, from the beginning, I was told that the lead prosecutor in this matter is going to be Mr. Baloyi. So y'all are looking at the wrong guy. Me, I'm just innocent. And then you go back to Mr. Mnis's question just before the end of day. In fact, it was not even a question. It was a statement to Mr. Gininda, of which Mr. Baloyi stood up in objection. He said, Mr. Gininda, you did not do any investigations. And I'm like, that's true. Because Mr. Gininda was handed over a docket. Oh, that docket did not only come with all the stories that are written, it came with a script. Go familiarize yourself with the script and make sure. But then again, how do you know which police officer you should go after? Oh, wait. One that was accused once upon a time of stealing 58,000 rand. Allegations. So it looks like everybody has something on somebody on this case. You needed to take the stand because you have this dark cloud hanging over you. And if you do take the stand, those charges or those suspicions or whatever the case is, they are going to mysteriously disappear, just like the current case allegedly that Mr. Gininda was attending allegedly last week Tuesday at Westgate Magistrates Court for allegedly stealing 58,000 rand. Allegedly. So it came with the recipe and the ingredients he needed to learn. So I feel like he got to the point where he needed to explain, why did this broth become so wet instead of nice and mushy and looking like soupy? And then he's like, I'm not the chef. I'm not the chef here. And he pulls the chef out. Now, the part that really gets me, guys, I don't understand. How is it? Okay, fine. Maybe it was provisionally accepted by the court. I don't remember, but I think it was accepted provisionally by the court. Absalom Zungu Why is it every time that when Mr. Gininda wants to defend his honor in the things that he's busy lying about, understand, he will say, you must remember that we used, or I used, or these 5 people are there because of Absalom Zungu. But Absalom Zungu has never taken the stand. How is this statement so powerful and even overrides that of the eyewitnesses? Because the identification is important in a deletion matter. You would think that. There were people who saw who the deleter was. Now there have been people that are arrested as suspects in that matter. Should you jump and say, okay, please take me to the identity parade so that I can point them out? But no, Gininda is like, By the time we went to interview the eyewitnesses, the train had long left the station. Meaning, Mr. Zungu's statement is the one that got these 5 people where they are today, not the eyewitnesses. And then he gives reasons. Oh, that's because Makumalo, she misidentified somebody. I think that's a Mr. Mbata. And now we did not want to make the same mistake this time around. Oh, Zandile, that's because of the WhatsApp communication she had with her sister, which says nothing about the planning and commissioning of deleting Senzo Meyiwa. And then why not Ulongwe? Oh, that's because Ulongwe, that download and transparent money bag. All right, Makumalo? Oh, she misidentified somebody. Kelly? Oh, well, she was a suspect. She was a suspect because of Exhibit JJ and HH coming from the confessions of accused number 2, who said that she was the mastermind behind the deletion of Senzo Meyiwa. And I'm still saying this is an opportunity for the eyewitnesses to have come and said whether they can or couldn't say whether these are the right people or not. Especially with Makumalo. They missed an opportunity there. Why come with an attorney is what I wanna know. What was the attorney for? Because you're only coming there for consultation with the MPA and their lead investigator. And from what I understand, which I still don't believe it's true, Gininda's like, oh, I don't know what they were talking about. I was busy writing notes. I don't remember what they were talking about. I don't think you were even there. I don't think so. Why? Because they brought you a 636 and like, well, there you go. The initial investigators, they were telling too much of the truth. And the people that you're trying to basically protect, that initial group guys or the initial investigators, they are coming way too close to home. People are going to ask lots of questions. And that's exactly what we would have done. Like right now, we are asking a lot of questions because hey, Aktangani, 1 is not equals to 1. Yeah, 1 is not equals to 1. But 1 plus 1 is 2. That's what we're looking for. How is 1 plus 1 equals to 2? Addition. And yeah, he was like, you know what? I'm done with this. And then Orata, my goodness, I almost felt bad. You could literally hear the pin drop up there on the bench besides him. Bing! A pin. That's how silent he was. And we know Judge Rata to be the one that always tells the defense, you've asked this question and you've been answered. But when Sibanda took the floor, remember the trial within a trial, he would labor on one question the entire day. Not once Judge Rata would remind him that you already asked this question and you were answered. So, the chickens have come home to roast. And who is standing up? I've never seen Baloyi stand up so much during this trial, ever. I think he may have stood up more than 12 times today. Of course, I'm exaggerating. It felt like 12 times or more than that. Why? Because he realized that this guy just threw me under the bus and threw the entire broth in the drain. And I'm about to be exposed. But I want Absalom Zungu understand, people. There is no way that this entire case is based on what Absalom Zungu said over what eyewitnesses are saying. The 50-50 stuff doesn't make sense. What does that mean? Is that even evidence? Doesn't make sense. How convenient that even Mtogo Twala was like, 50-50. The only two eyewitnesses that were interviewed and also brought for identity parade. 50-50. The rest, no go zone. No. Don't touch those. It's crazy what's going on in this case, guys. Absolutely insane. Of course, there are more other stuff that we are going to talk about that transpired in court today. I just thought, let me give you my bit of thoughts on what I am seeing, or at least what I'm reading between the lines. I think Brigadier Gininda is sick and tired of the lies. So he decided, instead of admitting all this is a lie, let me just rather throw it under the bus, because we did see Muhola, right? Muhola, every question she was asked the lead investigator, which is Gininda. Ask the lead investigator. Ask the lead investigator. Ask the lead. Now the lead investigator is like the MPA. The MPA. Yeah, the MPA. You're like, how daughter? Just like that. Pelatina, we've known, or at least we've been suspecting Utsenega, you are the script writer. No, you are the deputy director, the deputy producer. Not Rata. Rata's expressions, they were so comic. They were so animated. I couldn't stop laughing the entire time. Every time the camera went to Rata, he had a different facial expression, but you could tell his eyes. He's done with this case. He has resigned. He's like finished. I did see some people say that maybe he's sick. I don't think so. That man, I think he loves what he does. That even when he is sick, you will not see that he's ill. It was interesting in court. I cannot wait to hear what's going to happen tomorrow. And I think Mr. Gininda is making it difficult for himself. Let me put it this way. He is making it painstakingly difficult for himself when he goes on these long, winding comments that he makes on the stand. And Mr. Mnisi has gone to a point where he's just going to let him, just give him the long rope. He'll take it, and then he does take it. And then Mr. Mnisi even warned him this morning that because of your long, winding response, you're going to put yourself in a situation where I'm going to ask you questions that you are not going to be able to answer because of your long, winding answers. Instead of a yes or no, and leave it like, remember Maria. Maria was like, yes, no, boom, done. She did not go and... Today was funny, guys. It was so funny. You know, Brigadier Gininda, bro, just do one thing. Do like what Stain did. You can't do this no more. Get up and leave. That's it. And then call a press conference and say, all of this is a lie, guys. Everything. This entire case isn't true. It's not true. The 5 people that stand accused, they were handpicked. They did not do it. And let's get to the bottom, to the real matter of this case. Let's go back to the 26th of October, 2014. Let's go there and replay it. Let's reconstruct that. That's where the truth lies. Not some random people, because some of them are Inkabi, and the other one because he works in a mine. I'm most definitely Inkabi Naye. And the other one, well, he hangs out in the street corners of Tembisa. So definitely Naye, he must be involved one way or the other. No, let's not do it like that. It's there in the house. The shooter is there. Let's reconstruct, and then let's get to the bottom of this. Let's get to the bottom. You know, it will be a matter of 1, 2, 3, Mr. Gininda. Like this. You've been an investigator, a police officer, whatever it is that you are. And you've seen things like this happen before. Yeah, you'll get arrested for perjury. You'll probably get arrested for, even sued for wrongful arrest and a malicious prosecution. You might, yeah, your career is over. Yeah, definitely, that will happen. Of course, you are not going to go down alone. You are going to go down with the main chef, and I'm sure the main chef is also instructed by another main chef. Let's get to the bottom of that and clean the MPA, clean the criminal justice system from people like yourself. That's it. And then we'll be fine. You know? So anyways, guys, those are the things that I picked up today. But nimenzeni urata bafethu, nimenzeni urata angthandi. Angthandi. I'll see you guys a little bit later. Please don't leave this video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And if you like this family, come with your two IQs, rub them together, and spark your own opinion when I upload a new video. See you next time. Goodbye.